Crass commercials.
This is where we grew up, my brother and I. He wasn't a monster then, he was my brother. This is where we played. I remember so many good times with the boy that grew up to be the most hated man on the planet. I remember most of the music. I remember the times being mostly happy, but it wasn't always that way. There were fights. But of all the bad times I remember, nothing was worse than the hunger. I don't know when my brother changed. I can't pinpoint a time where he went from the boy I knew to the man I can't stand. It was quick. Then there were the protests. The protests started non-violently, but quickly erupted into riots as my brother made more and more unfavorable policies. To escape from being targeted from my brother's detractors, I moved out to the middle of nowhere. It was here that I found the wonder of foraging. I quickly moved from being dependent on what could be found naturally and moved on to being in control of my own food. I planted every crop I could get my hands on, but my favorites of these were sugarcane, cocoa pods, and my favorite, peanuts. Though I was sustained by my newly found source of nutrition, I also felt selfish. My fellow countrymen were starving, and I was eating like a king. I knew I had to return and share my bounty.
Do not know what in my past legislation would lead you to believe that I at all care about what happens to these people, and I'm at a loss as to why you question my decision on this matter. Did I ask you what percentage of food I already demand from my subjects? I did not. Do you believe I don't already understand? Do you believe I don't understand that I'm already taking 25% of their food for myself? Or is it just that you feel appropriate to question me when I demand it be raised to 1/3 of their food?
I hadn't been in communication with the outside world on my hiatus, and things had gotten so much worse than I could have predicted. Upon my arrival, I began to immediately work on a treat, something so special that would be capable of reaching the jaded heart of my brother. This would need to be something truly unique, something constructed from my precious crops, from my beloved farm. The idea cascaded into my brain like a rich caramel sauce, and I began to create. I had it. I knew I made the greatest confectionery treat of all time. It was borderline magical and contained the ability to return the evil man back to my sweet brother. I hurried as fast as I could to my brother's secret bunker. My familial connection let me access the bunker without hassle, but I had to sneak in the goodies past the guards. They would have demanded a taste, a tax they would call it, but I couldn't yet share a single morsel. I needed this to make it to my brother whole.